um, it's your fan, football fan, 2233, bringing you episode number 48 of my Road to Premier League. And as you can see, we have Friday, the 22nd, I believe it is. And the next day we had a match against Burnley, and Burnley is actually a pretty good side. They have some quality players. I believe they have the top scorer of the league. I'm not quite sure about that, but anyways, before I could go into the match, I needed to just take a quick look at the kids, because I didn't feel like it was the best, but it was the best opportunity for me. And then I needed to make some changes, not in the defense, only in the offensive part of my squad, because a lot of my players were tired, and I wanted them to be fresh for the next match against Brighton, Hove and Albion, I believe it was. I'm not quite sure right now. Anyways, we go into this first game against Burnley, and I get the lead here on a corner kick. Kelvin Langmead rises up and heads it into the back of the net. Pretty good goal there, and Maynard finds a good ball through to Wayne Ventura, who smashes it into the top right corner. A great debut there for Wayne Ventura. I think it's good to get a goal in his debut, but later in this episode you will see that it was a bit luck in unluck or unluck and luck. But I won't reveal anything yet. And just as I said that, we get a 4-0 lead, and here I should have made it 5-0, but I make a terrible miss with the Akinfenwa, and yeah, Akinfenwa just missing own goal, so not like promoting himself. And here the bad news was Wayne Ventura has an injury for 3 weeks, and that's not pretty good, because he is pretty good. He is 65 overall rated, I believe it is, and he's only like 16 years old or something like that, so he's a big talent. But here Liverpool comes and said to me, you know what, we're not quite sure if we want to loan you Mukendi, and then you can buy him afterwards, so we're just gonna think a bit about that. And in their case, I thought it was a bit funny. It only was one day, and then I could loan and then they had decided that I could loan Henrik Mukendi and buy him for 485,000 euros afterwards his loan period. And here Getafe comes and make an offer, but I counter offer it for 2.8 million, because I believe that Theo Robinson is that much worse, because because Theo Robinson is a good striker. And then I went out and searched for a new striker, and I found Darren Mattox, and I added him to the shortlist. And the same with Marvin Emnes. Those are the 2 players that I'm kind of thinking about getting into my squad. Anyways, we go into this day where we had a game against Brighton Hove Albion, and as you can see right here, there were some offers for Andrew Hansen as well, but I thought I didn't want to show you them because I rejected them, and then they asked again, and I just didn't want to show you that part. Quickly, I just checked the fitness of my squad, and I thought it was okay. And then I went into this game against Brighton, and they actually have a Danish goalkeeper on their squad. And here at Paponi finds a good through ball to Haynes, just immense through ball, not the hardest pass to do, but a good through ball, and Haynes was through and he smashed it into the bottom right corner, so a good goal there. And here, anyways, just overall a solid goal, and Andrew Hansen gets the man of the match. And here it is, Theo Robinson sold for 2.8 million. So now I needed to go out and buy a striker, and I was kind of thinking, who is it gonna be? I'm not quite sure. I don't know why I'm not so sure. But then I just quickly took a look at some of the players, and I offered I made an offer for Darren Mattox, and we just I just removed Marvin Emnes from my wish list. Didn't I? No, probably, maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. Anyways, we just quickly moved on. We advanced only one day, and then Vancouver Whitecaps come and said to me, you know what, your offer looks pretty good for Darren Mattox. We're willing to sell him for that fee. And then I gave him 8,000. No. Sorry, I gave him a 13,000 20% 4-year crucial 15-player contract because I was in need of a striker and just needed him to accept the contract really quickly so I could use him in the game against Blackpool, because I thought that would be very important to use him there, because he is a good striker. I've used him before in one of my earlier career modes, which I've not recorded because I wasn't on YouTube at that time. But anyways, we get an offer for Andrew Hansen, and I always try to go counter offer for really many money, because I'm not interested in selling Andrew Hansen only if anybody are willing to pay a lot of money. And then I put Mattox in the starting lineup, just as I had decided that I wanted to do. And now we had the 29th of August, and it was Friday, and the next day, which is today now, Saturday the 30th of August, we had a game against Blackpool, and I just quickly took some squats because they were okay, and they start with Slew, and I'm a bit worried that they start with Slew because Slew is a good striker, and they also have the top scorer, Phillips, I believe it is. He's a very good striker, so I really need to look out for those two players. And I just headed into the match, and they had an injury, unfortunately for them, but as you can see, they had bottom players, and in the 62nd minute, 63rd minute, Trish will pick up a rebound after a nice shot from Mattox, and then he gets the through ball to Mattox, and this time around he won't miss. He scored a pretty good goal, and makes it 2-0 in the 66th minute. So all in all, I'm pretty happy about that. And then the game ends, another game ends with another pretty big miss. If they had scored, maybe there had been a bit of excitement, but there weren't, so I'm pretty happy about that. And as you can see here, we have the transfer deadline day. Though I'm not gonna show you this in this episode, it's first gonna be in episode 49 of this Road to Premier League, and I just hope you all you watching this like this episode. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel. It would be awesome, guys. And hopefully I will see you all later. I'm not quite sure, but anyways, you will have a good day. Goodbye.